Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to my Barcelona FIFA 20 career mode series. This is the beginning. Be sure to smash a like. If we get to 500 likes on this first episode, that'll be amazing. So, if you're new to the channel as well, make sure you subscribe. There'll be career mode videos every single day on my channel. If you're new around here, just to let you guys know, and if you haven't, turn the notifications on as well so you do not miss an upload. But for those of you regular viewers as well, I am starting a new career that's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different to previous ones I have done, a little bit more interactive. You'll see how we go throughout this video to get a gauge compared to my previous uploads and previous series I've done as well. So let's get into the nitty gritty though. Why have we gone with Barcelona? So as we toggle through their players a little bit, I'm pointing out some positions. Central midfield a little bit there. There's Busquets, he's 30 years old. PK 32, there was Suarez as well, Messi. We all know how good these players are. Maybe someone like a Messi, you don't want to judge off his age too much, but everyone else you kind of do still, even though likes of like Suarez, PK, still great players. You got Alba there as well. What I am pointing out is Barcelona, they do have maybe like 5 or 6 first team players that are a bit old, and then on the subs benches are Rakitic 31, Vidal 32. There are a lot of aging players in the first team, so this is going to be the youth, not exactly a youth rebuild as such, but there's players to replace, and the younger generation, Fati, he's going to be one that is, he's going to be huge. He's going to be huge for this career mode. 71 overall, only 16 years of age. You can play on left wing, right wing, 4-star with the weak foot and skill moves. This is where we got to look towards the future. We know Barcelona is going to have the money, and you got to use that with Barca for sure. But that really intrigued me. Barcelona is definitely going to be a case for improving the team. But now, this is the one of the things we're going to be focusing on for this career mode and from now as well. We have my manager's expectations of our players. So, Fati, we just talked about him, a 71 overall. What I want to be seeing from him this season is to grow by at least 7 overall this first season, to be a minimum of 78 heading into season 2 to challenge for a first team place, and then it'll be so close to 80, you know for sure. Then by season 2 he'll start to push over 80 and then to mid 80s, and then suddenly by 18 years of age you could really see him not just in the first team, around the first team, one of the best players in his position. So yeah, that's our plan for Fati. So hopefully you like these managers' expectations. With that as well, I will be looking for you guys, fans, subscriber expectations for players, subscriber player expectations. So get them up in the comments. They'll be rolling throughout the season, so it will be more than that. I'll add some as the episodes go on from myself and that you guys suggest. But now I did show you a bit of the transfer budget so you could see how much we have to play with. Now we are adding the actual training, and with Fati as well, we did that. So we're right on it with him, with his growth. For me, playing career mode, obviously it's in my control, so we get him on some training sessions and then to use him in games. That's how the development really works, of course, as we know through career mode. So you can see now we're taking a look at some other options. Once more, you guys can let me know who you think we should start to train up. Frankie de Jong, who is a great player. He's still young though. He's very, very good, as you can see in his overall. He's great overall, but then yeah, he's still got attributes to improve his overall game, to become a more well-rounded player. And you'll see, I'll show you some messages of players who've just loaned out. They're definitely not good enough for the first team yet. Obviously, we want to be playing our younger players and developing them, but sometimes a loan move will be best, or they'll be just sitting in the reserves, as you can see with some of those players. So we were showing you around the central midfielders, and Fabian is one we want to be taking a look at. He's a very good Spanish central midfielder, and actually he was here. There was a bit of rumours, and he was like, yeah, I don't want to speak on it too much. There's been no action yet. Wait until I receive contact with my agent, and then we'll move on from there. As you can see there, Napoli, playing for Napoli at the moment, but we want to bring him over. A Spanish central midfielder, was focusing on the central mids we have, and we don't really have that same Barcelona midfield. We've got Sergio Busquets as that defensive midfield type. But like the Xavi, there, he was amazing, and then of course Iniesta. Those are the types we want to bring that next generation. It's all about the next generation now. Don't forget Fabian. He's only 23 years of age, 83 overall, so he could develop into that. I'm not saying he's as good as those Barca legends just yet, but he could potentially develop into that, and that's what we're hoping for. That's why you can see there's a pretty hefty price tag on his name, and we're trying to go through that right now. They're asking for over 100 million at this point of time, and we're not budging that much. 80 million, they're going to consider that. We're going to have to see what they come back with, but unfortunately, the following terms are more appropriate, which basically means, we want more money. We want more money, mate. We want more money from you. So let's go on a second attempt trying to lower that a little bit. I feel you look at his ability, and you don't see him as a guy you'd offer over 100 million for. Even we offer the 85 right there, and they still don't agree. I'd say that may be a little bit too much. As I say, for his current ability though, when you think his potential, yes, he's definitely worth the top tier. So 90 million. That wasn't even accepted. They're wanting over 100 million for this lad. They obviously rate him so highly and maybe know how we want to go about our future. We want to bring him. There's not too many good Spanish midfielders actually outside of Spain. Obviously there's a few, but in terms of a Barca signing, we eventually got our agreement there. So hopefully the player negotiation for his contract won't be as difficult and as long. It wasn't too long, but there was a bit of negotiation going on. When it's going to be a player of this quality and that kind of fee, of course there's going to be a bit of negotiations there. We know that. So that looks to work for us in terms of we've got him the important squad role, 5-year contract, and no release clause. I did notice, obviously, because we're playing in Spain, there's heavy players with release clauses. I mean, a lot of players have release clauses, so it's something we have to keep our mind on if we need to offer new contracts, so certain players don't leave. But I think some of the release clauses, they're at a good price. If that's the offer, that's good money we get through. So again, how I go with the offers, I offer the first one, but if it doesn't get accepted, what they come back with, we just accept it. So there's no chance really of the deal falling through. And when you got the money like we do with Barca, we're gonna be happy to take that. So Fabian, 83 overall, can play centre mid, centre defensive mid, centre attacking mid as well. So whatever role we need him to play. And you can see we still got money, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'm only gonna just make that one signing for this first episode. Something else you guys can leave for this season. Where do you think that next signing, if we make one more signing like that, who do you think it should be, or what position at least, and we can go from there. What do we need? Another striker, but we could rotate as well. Don't forget Messi can play striker, Griezmann as well. So I think we can. That's why I didn't really go for that. I thought we're covered pretty well. So you guys get up in the comments as we got a few more loans going through right there. There's Musa. And then there's one for, is that Collado? There was Ruiz. We weren't entertaining a transfer offer, of course. But Alex Collado, we got a loan, and we got a loan deal. See, his even release clause just over 10 million, but I don't expect to be getting a transfer offer. So a few of these guys we're loaning out, we're hoping for their future as well. Again, their specific potentials, and this year, of course, with dynamic potential in career mode, in FIFA 20 career mode, as we take a look. Oh, Fati, look at that, A and A. He's definitely, he's working. Yeah, he's working his backside off in training there, working really hard. You've got the expectations from myself. Got to get him. I'd love to get him as high as possible in terms of his overall. But yeah, we want to have a steady growth, get him to at least a 78 overall come the end of the season, so he can push towards that 80 plus for next season. So right now, how's the preparations going for the season? You can say we have a lot of quality in the squad right now. Does the team have what it takes to win this league this season? And I'm like, yeah, of course, it's a requirement for us. A club as big as Barca, we know Real Madrid, always going to test us, but it's expectation always Barcelona to win La Liga. So yeah, Fabian, big acquisition. If the money didn't say it, yeah, most definitely. But he will prove to be the right man for the job going forward now. So yeah, we won't be taking any more questions though. We're gonna leave it there because it's time for the match. And we take a look what the selection is going to be. I'm pretty happy. With this team. I did want to get Fati in though, so I was analysing who is going to be the substitute replacement. Back on that talk of our older players, Rakitic, and I want to put on Roberto, because he can play central midfield as well. So I thought that will be covered, especially Fabian. He will be coming on if we will make a substitution for a centre mid, that just second option if needed in Roberto. So I do think that balances it pretty well. So now it is time to head on to the first game of the season. Let's go.
Well, this is the kind of match every football fan looks forward to. A lot on the line and the likelihood of a tension-packed occasion. We have all the action for you live on EA TV.
So here we go. Let's kick off the season really, really well. But they've got an early opportunity to Benyat. They play the ball through to Aduris and he scores! As we just say, we need to be starting the season well. We concede in, 3 minutes? Only 3 minutes it took to concede a goal. Let's take a look. Ooh, didn't commit too much there with the centre-back a little bit, then went back, but it was enough for them to get the space, and they score just 3 minutes in. That is unbelievable, and they're on the attack again. We have been able to get an equalizer yet, and then it is Danny Garcia unbelievably making it 2-0. No way. How have we gone behind this early by this margin? Already 2-0 down. We need to get this game going. Come on, lads. We've got to create something. Good interception there by De Jong. Can we get a counter? Can we? No, it's stopped there. That's very, very disappointing. We still have the ball though. We're able to win it back. Luis Suarez, look at the combinations. This is the Barca stuff we want to see. Then De Jong, he misses. Then it falls to Lionel Messi. Who else to score our first goal in this Barcelona career mode? It is a bit less exciting as we still need to focus on coming from behind, but it's still the opening goal for Leo Messi. Who else could it have been, really? It did take a bit of a deflection or a rebound coming off the post, but Lionel, yeah, he'll take it. He'll take it, and now, just before half-time, could we get an equalizer? Cancel there, good work. They've done pretty well, honestly. Then Suarez, he almost does that. How about that from Luis Suarez? Oh, that's going to be the last piece of action for the half as well. So Athletic, they did really, really well. Hit us by surprise early, even though they only had the one shot on target. We've been controlling the possession, have more chances. So I'm like, we can still get this result because, yeah, I feel like we're actually the better team. They one shot on target they had and they scored 2 goals. So, yeah, that's always a bit frustrating. We were going to make some changes right now, as you can see. Fabian, Debut. Can he do something? Imagine if he does. Great, I say save, but just clearing that from the corner by Ter Stegen. And now Semedo, who's kind of on the opposite side, and he's pushing forward. And we're going to utilise him for sure. Dembele got some pace coming on. Will he be utilised? Could Semedo get it to him? No! Instead, it's Griezmann. And Griezmann, that was a good chance. Only 20 minutes remaining. Not looking very good at this point. It's going to have to be a late goal. Griezmann finds De Jong. De Jong, Sergio Busquets, look at the space. Play it to Fabian. Fabian, it's an equaliser. He scores on debut as well. What a way to make your mark. Fabian, oh, he's already been a good signing. A lot more to come from the lad, of course. But already, that run was so smart. He had to make that. If he just stood still and just didn't do anything, yeah, he had the smarts. He knew he needed to make that run. And that goal is a very, very important one. We did not want to lose. Manager, yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that goal. And not just equalising, but the signing we made on his debut. And it had to be a sub, the right change. So many things had to come together there. But the match is not over yet. They have a chance, but Ter Stegen, that was very, very important. They could have easily scored right there, but how strong. How strong there, but always on the counter with the pace. You've seen we're dangerous, and it is Jordi Alba late in the game, has to play it across, and it is that man on this occasion, Dembele. He does score this time, and somehow we are finally in the lead. It shouldn't be a surprise, because, yeah, you saw from the stats, we've been in control of this game. A couple poor defensive errors, really, or they took advantage from their opportunities, but we were breaking it down for the whole game. Look at this. That was smart. And Dembele, the players' runs especially, was really, really important. They had to match up. When I'm not controlling those players, I have to rely on the CPU. Yeah, but there we got quality players. They make the right runs. So Fatih, yeah, you know, we've talked about him in this episode. He'll be leading the next generation. He'll be leading the next generation of Barcelona. We put him on there. We're not going to play him striker, of course. We're going to bring on Lionel Messi over to the striker position, but then drop him to a centre forward, kind of that false nine. You know that he's definitely good enough to play, and I don't want to say he made famous, but we definitely know Barcelona playing with the false nine. With Leo Messi in his career, he definitely knows how to execute that role. It has in the past. So yeah, we got to finish this game off now. We can't have any silly pieces of defending where we concede a late goal in injury time. We all know that has happened before, but guess who it is? Guess who it is? It's Fabian. Not just that goal he scored earlier. He held up because they were going to have one more opportunity if we didn't make a tackle, but we prevented that. Very, very strong. Fabian, the new Barca number 7. He's going to be a very good player. As you can see, they're really not happy, but we even helped them up. But yeah, that's what I mean. Take a look at the match stats. There's a few more chances I didn't get in, but into the edit, but just because we had so many opportunities and there was 5 goals in the game as well. Crazy stuff. So yeah, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets had great games. It was a good team performance. Fabian coming on in the 8.6, Messi 8.4, Dembele 8.6. Some very, very good ratings there. So pretty happy with the lads' performance. Even though, like, yeah, they had 2 shots on target. Don't forget they had 1 on target when they scored 2. That's always funny when that happened in the first half when we took a look at the stats. But yeah, we eventually come out of that. Was unsure during that match right there that we would. I was a bit like, oh no, are we going to fail in the first game of the season? But we're able to turn around. The lads given 100%. They didn't give up. That is a crucial fact in football, to not give up. Even though matches, sometimes they'll start poorly. That could happen. So he can even offer us more, Fabian. He just showed his signs right now. He's only a 23-year-old player, so he can even get better. A lot more to come. You were lucky to score the late winner, weren't you? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We were clearly the better team. We had to come back. It definitely wasn't lucky, but we had to make sure we kept continuing playing how we were for the whole game, and I knew chances were going to come. Dramatic late goal from Dembele seals Barcelona win, and then of course, to reiterate, winning the title. It is a requirement for me. As the manager of Barcelona, we have got to have the success. Well, not just the success you say, oh, of course, Barcelona, they're a quality team. But we know, I've already talked about in the build-up, we need to rebuild a lot. A lot of players are aging. We've got to make sure we have the right things in place to have, when those players get too old, when our players that are over 30, they start declining, and maybe they will find their way out of the club. They're getting too old. They look for a transfer. We need to make sure we have the right players coming in at the right time. And Ansu Fati, he, as I said, he's going to be leading. He's going to be leading the next generation. But guys, if you have any other ideas of signings I need to bring through, let me know on the youth team as well. Do you want me to scout heavy or not really utilize the scouting a lot and maybe go for real player signings? Let me know up in the comments. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this first episode. I really enjoyed putting it together for you guys. So yeah, a lot more coming. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new for more videos every single day on career mode. And I'll catch you guys in the very next one.